Hey guys, welcome to another product showcase video. Today's item comes to us from Scythe. This is the ChouRiki 2 power supply. Okay, let's have a look at the box itself. This is a 650 watt power supply. They have some information on the front of it about the power supply itself. It's got the 80 plus silver certification. It uses a 135 millimeter fan, all made with Japanese capacitors, rated up to 105 degrees Celsius. Wow. ATX version, or ATX 12 volt version 2.3, active PFC, and 5-year warranty. On the side of the box itself, we have a lot more information. This does come with the Comma Flex 135 millimeter fan. Also some information about the airtight structure itself, silence, long life, anti-shock abilities, extremely silent, supports dual, triple, and quad core, as well as low voltage CPUs. 2 PCI Express 6+2 pin connectors included to be SLI or Crossfire ready. The 750 watt and the 850 watt come with 4 of the 6+2 connectors. So if you're going to run a quad or a triple SLI setup, you're going to want to bump up to the 750 or the 800 watt. A variety of active safety features are built in. Overcurrent protection, over voltage protection, overload protection, short circuit protection, under voltage protection, and over temperature protection. So a ton of features built into it itself. Let's have a look at the back side of the box itself. More information, multilingual, explaining the different features of the item. Fan RPM to noise ratio in decibels. The guarantee information itself. On the other side of the box, we have another picture, or I should say a picture of the item, as well as a list of all the different types of cables that comes in the package itself. So let's open this up and see what all it comes with. Okay, inside the box itself we get the power supply, of course. Power supply installation guide that'll explain some information about using a 20-pin, 24-pin connector, as well as your 4+4 power supply to hook up to your motherboard for your CPU power, fixed disk drive power connectors and such. It comes with a standard power cord to plug it into your outlet, and it also comes with 4 screws to mount it into the back of your case. So let's set this stuff aside and have a closer look at the power supply itself. Okay, the power supply itself has a beautiful finish on it. It's a like a gunmetal finish on it. Has actually kind of a rough exterior to it, so you can really hold on to it well. As you can see, there's this 135 millimeter fan that it comes with, as well as having a Scythe insignia across the fan, which is a really nice touch. We have some information on the side of it about its green features. On the other side itself, let's see if I can spin this around the right way. Okay, on the side of the unit itself, we have the picture with its name and insignia, your model number, your AC input, DC output, max currents, max combined load. I will put the information up on the video here, display the amperages and max load on the different rails, as well as some information on the product itself, ROHS certified, which means there's no lead used it at all in the unit. 80 plus silver certificate for efficiency. Very nice looking unit, very well made, solid. It has definitely some weight to it. So you can tell that they've used some really good heat sinks in it. I'm going to open up the wire bundle here and we'll have a look at the connectors that come. Okay, first off, let me say that all of the cables are sleeved with a nice braided sleeving, which is going to be great for cable management. Your 20+4 connection is about 22 inches long. Keep that in mind if you're building a new computer and you want to know where the power supply is going, if it'll reach your motherboard or if you'll need to get an extension for that. This is your PCI Express connectors, your 6+2s, as well as your 4+2, which is for your power for your CPU itself. These all measure about 20 inches in length. Then we have connections for our SATA drives. There's 2 cables with it. They have 4 connectors each, so you can hook up to 8 SATA drives. These reach about 36 inches, so they'll be plenty long enough for most full tower cases or whatever you might have. And then there's also 2 connectors, or I shouldn't say 2 connectors, 2 separate cables for your Molex connectors. They both have 3 Molex, full-size Molex connectors on them, and a floppy drive connector at the end of them. And these measure about 30 inches each. So plenty of connectors to hook up just about anything you want to run a modern video card where you need to have a couple of power connectors, your PCI connectors. Some of the newer cards run the 8-pin, so it's nice that they also include the 2-pin add-on for it. And the same thing with your CPU power. A lot of the older boards only ran the single 4-pin connector, but some of the newer ones that draw more juice definitely need an 8-pin to run them. So we're going to bundle this stuff back up here and have a better look at the power supply itself. Okay, we're going to have a look at the inside of this. Once again, I got to emphasize, do not do this at home. Power supplies can be very dangerous. They can hold power for long after they've been unplugged. This is something we're doing simply for demonstration purposes, so I do not suggest anybody opens up their power supply just to poke around in it, have a look at it. But that being said, let's have a look at the heat sinks themselves. They use a nice L-shaped heat sink design, as you can see here, to expand the heat sinks out farther to give it as much surface area for cooling as possible. Very nice setup that way. Very large capacitors in here, very nice circuitry. Everything seems to be very well sealed and connected to make sure that nothing can arc across. Very good job they did of organizing the layout for it to get as much stuff in here as possible without using the maximum amount of space. As you can see in the enclosure, there is more room in the front here that they could expand outward, which I'm sure they do in the 750 and 850 watt models. But a very nice layout, very clean, very good attention to detail itself. You can see if we can get a better look here at the Comaflex fan itself that they used inside of it. A very nice setup indeed. So we're going to pop the cover back on here. Okay, we have it all back together. Also wanted to mention that if you do open up your power supply, which I don't recommend, it does void the warranty. All your power supplies will have a sticker on them over one of the screw holes, and if you try to remove that sticker or you take that screw out, your warranty is done. So just a little heads up on that. But overall, this has been a very nice product. Tons of connections. It's going to be quiet with that ComaFlow fan setup. It's got a beautiful finish. I do love the insignia across the fan itself, displaying their product. Tons of connections. Nice long cable, so you should be able to reach most cases without using a extension to get your 24 pin or your 4 pin to your motherboard. 650 watts is quite a bit of power. It should be enough to run any of the new video cards themselves, at least a single card. Water cooling setups, quad cores, i7, basically any of the newer equipment that's out there. If you are going to upgrade to maybe 2 of the real high-end video cards out there, or ones that require 2 8 pins per card, then you might want to look at the higher level ones like the 750, 850, or 1000 watt models. But for the most part, this one's going to give you a ton of power. It's going to be steady, quiet, reliable power. And it's a very nice looking unit that's going to be very handsome inside your case. So that's going to do it for this product showcase. We want to thank Scythe for providing it for us. Once again, this is their ChouRiki 2 650 watt power supply. Thank you for watching.